Hey everyone, Josh here, and we are back with another video. And I got done watching the E60 episode with Alex Smith. And if you haven't had a chance to look at that one yet, I highly recommend you track that episode down and watch it. It is amazing, just the brutality of his leg injury. And I think we all knew it was bad, but I had no idea it was that bad. And it's just been a truly remarkable recovery for Alex Smith. But um, I think we're all kind of wondering, can he come back to the NFL? Can he do it? Can he make that return to the field? And what's it going to take for him to do that? Well, I wanted to do a video on that, and so we're going to take a look at a few of his plays right now. Let's get into it.
For the purpose of this video, we're going to be taking a look at Washington at Arizona in Week 1 of 2018 and Alex Smith's performance in that game. Here we can see Washington starts out with a running fake. The Cardinals send a 4-man rush, and the linebackers also bite on the run fake, and this leaves the wide receivers for the Redskins one-on-one, including the tight end Jordan Reed, who's lined up in the slot. If one of these receivers can make a move to get open, it should be an easy pitch and catch. I want you to watch very closely Reed in the slot position and how effortlessly he makes a move to get open to the inside. Okay, Reed has gotten open and he has a clear path right to the middle of the field because there's no linebackers there. However, I want you to notice the safety at the top has already started to react to the play before Alex Smith has even started his throwing motion. So Smith is going to have to put a decent amount of velocity on this ball. For Smith, it's no problem. It's an easy completion, and we've reached the first thing on our list of questions. Can Alex Smith return to the NFL? The first thing he's got to bring back with him is velocity. Now, he doesn't have to be Brett Favre or be something he's not. He just has to have the required velocity to be a successful quarterback in the NFL, which, believe it or not, isn't a whole lot. I have no doubts that he'll be able to get his arm strength back where it needs to be. So let's move on to the next play. Here we see the other tight end, Vernon Davis, is lined up on the outside. And you can see the defender is giving him a lot of space. That's okay, because the Cardinals are going to drop back into a zone coverage, and it will be Davis's job to run to the empty hole in the zone. Now right here, when we take a look, you can see Smith has him right here. The quarterback and the tight end are both looking at each other, and Davis is wide open on the play. But I want you to take a look at Alex Smith's feet. Notice they're not set yet, and Smith does a great job of waiting until his feet are set and then delivering the football. And that brings us to the next thing that he's going to have to bring back with him if he wants to return to the NFL, which are strong fundamentals. Strong footwork is essential in the modern game, and with a little bit of coaching, that shouldn't be a problem for Smith at all. So let's go ahead and move forward to the second quarter where Washington is threatening. At the start of this next play, at first glance, it looks like Arizona is playing pretty good defense here. All the receivers are covered, and they have two safeties back deep. But let's take a closer look. One thing I want you to notice is this defender here has his back turned just a little bit, and he's going to realize just a little bit too late here that the running back isn't blocking. Instead, he's coming out of the backfield on a pass pattern, and he has to do this weird little pirouette thing to try to get back in position. And it's easy for the running back to just put an easy move on him and move to the outside. Now, what's really impressive about this is you can see the running back has already started to make his move to the outside right as the ball is leaving Alex Smith's hands. Smith knows where he's running to on the football field and delivers a perfect ball. It's great chemistry between the two players and great accuracy by Alex Smith. And this brings us to the third thing he's going to have to bring with him back to the NFL is his accuracy. Here we see an exceptionally accurate throw, the defender's out of position, and the result is a touchdown for Washington. Okay, let's move on to the next play. On this play, Washington executes another run fake. The linebackers fall for the fake, and this opens up the middle of the field, as well as leaving the wide receivers one-on-one. Here, Smith takes a good long look and doesn't like what he sees. He might have been able to complete this pass early on in the route if he turns the corner and fires, but I think understandably he's a little concerned with that safety sitting right there. And the other receivers haven't gotten much separation either. Either way, Smith decides to play it safe. You want to take care of the football, and he's just going to go. He takes off running. And this brings us to the next thing Smith will need to bring with him on his return to the NFL is the mobility. And I think this is obviously going to be the biggest question mark about his return, is his scrambling ability and his speed, because here he turns on the jets and really it almost looks effortless. He just gains 5 yards on the play. Not bad for first down. Smart decision making. That's going to be there. It's his mobility that we're all waiting to see. All right, let's move to the next play. All right, we already know the Redskins are up 7-0, and here they've got another pretty good drive going in the second quarter. And the thing about playing quarterback is it can be very difficult sometimes to be totally and completely aware of everything that's going on in the field and every little nuance and wrinkle in the offense, especially when the defense does things that are unpredictable. And here is a play that I absolutely love because it's a great example of all of these things. Arizona fakes like they're going to do an all-out blitz here. But in reality, the linebackers are going to drop back into pass coverage. Now, it's still technically a blitz because they are sending a fifth pass rusher. But he's going to be picked up by the tight end, Vernon Davis. So when he gets picked up, that's going to leave the running back with no one to block. And I want you to watch how he moves down the offensive line looking for someone to block. And he can't find anyone. And when you don't have anyone to block, you run out into a pass pattern. Now, Thompson does a great job of doing just that and displays great decision-making himself for a running back, knowing when to go out for that route. But look at the quarterback. Look where his eyes are. They're way over on the other side of the field. But at the last second, just as the pocket starts to close in, Smith flips on the football and makes a great play. It's great awareness by both players, great knowledge of the offense by both players, and that's something that I think Alex will definitely be able to bring back with him. You know, is his head, the brain, the decision making. That ability is going to be just fine. So let's take a look at the next play where we're going to get a really good look at his legs, because that's, again, going to be the biggest question mark, is how Smith is able to use his legs. Okay, you can see it's 4th and 1, and here we're going to see a quarterback sneak. Line gets an okay push, but really Smith keeps driving and pushing forward with those legs, and it's enough to get the first down. And that's something that's going to be very important for him, is if he can get back that leg strength, which is, if you did see the E60 episode again, is going to be really interesting to see because of how they had to change the muscles that were in his legs to repair the damage that was caused by that broken leg. And here we see a play that really combines all of these things: the mobility, the awareness, the speed, the good decision making, and the accuracy, all in one play. And that's really what it takes to play quarterback successfully in the NFL. You have to have a lot of skills and tools, but they're not just things you're born with. You have to work at them and practice them. And Smith has the ability to do that. He knows what he needs to do. Can he get his body back into the physical condition necessary to do that? I think he can, but let's keep looking at these plays and see what more we can learn. Again, we're going to see this time after time, another example of Smith using his legs to get out of trouble. It's something that you have to do in the NFL. Some quarterbacks are better at it than others, and for years and years, this was a real strength of Smith's and gave him that extra dimension necessary to be a successful starter. Can he do it? Can he get those legs back into shape? Of course, we know that strength in your legs is related to strength in your upper body as well. It's all connected, right? And here we see he waits till the back foot hits, and then he delivers an accurate football to get the first down. And when you have a guy like Adrian Peterson on your team who can finish it off, that makes your job as a quarterback easier too. Okay, we're going to look at our last drive here. It's a 2-minute situation, and the Cardinals are already down 14-0. They can't afford to give up another touchdown here, so they send a big blitz on the first play. And that's unfortunate because here Washington has called a screen pass. It's perfectly timed, perfectly executed, and it goes for big yardage right at the start of the drive when they were backed up. Nothing special by Smith there, but just running the offense, recognizing that they were in the right play. No need to audible or change the play or anything like that. And here, we've talked about all the things that he will need to bring back with him, mainly the fundamentals, the velocity, the accuracy, and also, of course, just the ability with his legs, the mobility, the speed, the strength in his legs, all of those kinds of things. But here, in this moment, I think we're left with the second to last thing we're going to bring up on things he needs to bring back with him to the NFL, and this one is poise. He suffered a very, very traumatic injury, and he's going to be playing a game that's very dangerous where people are known to get seriously injured not infrequently. And here it looks like one of those big, scary defensive linemen has him dead to rights. I mean, he's just staring him down, and Smith just very comfortably moves out of the way, delivers the pass, stays calm in the pocket to make plays, and that is what he's going to have to do when he returns. And finally, at the very end of the drive here, we get to the very last thing that he's going to need to bring back with him to the NFL, which is his clutch ability, the ability to deliver when you absolutely have to. Here, it's third down. There's 8 seconds left. You got to go into the locker room with a touchdown here. You'll go up big and probably win the game. And so you got to deliver. Here we see a very standard red zone play, and Reed gives just a little bit of a shake and bake, and he gets a little bit of separation here, and there is room to deliver the pass. But just to be sure, look where Alex Smith puts this football in a place where only his receiver can get it. Reed makes a terrific catch and then a terrific move to the end zone. We really see the tight end's athleticism in this play. And again, you see the good decision making and good accuracy from Alex Smith on the play and the clutch ability to deliver when you need it the most. And Arizona goes down 21-0 at the half. Not how they envisioned opening day. Washington put it on cruise control in the second half for the victory. And Smith had led them to a 6-3 start before his unfortunate injury, and really was probably going to be a 7-3 start. So who knows if Washington would have made the playoffs, what could have happened that year. And I think there's going to be a lot of people very interested to see how he performs in his return.
Well, there you have it. As you can see, Alex Smith was just hitting on all cylinders before his injury. And those are the kinds of things that he's going to have to bring back with him if he tries to make a return to the NFL. The velocity, the fundamentals, the leg strength, the accuracy, the mobility and speed if he's got it. But really, I think most importantly, the poise. Can he stand there in the pocket with bodies flying all around him, knowing he had that horrible injury, and still deliver the football? I think he can. He's totally dedicated to football. He eats, breathes, sleeps, drinks football 24/7. He's a professional. You get good at your job, you're a professional. You know what you need to do in order to deliver. And I have no doubt in my mind that Alex Smith will do those things that he needs to do to deliver on Sundays.